Jean, can you speak to the routine times that occur during the childcare day and the opportunities that are afforded to educators for building relationships and just making connections with the babies?
It's hugely important that educators see these routines as exactly what you're describing, opportunities for building relationships. You know, I visited an orphanage in Kenya many years ago, and one of the things that struck me was that they were doing all the instrumental things, feeding the baby, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, changing the diapers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there was no language. They weren't talking at all. They could have been looking after dolls. And so we must be at the polar opposite end of that and see the routines of diapering as an opportunity for building connection, for building relationship, for giggling and telling a story or talking about home or any kind of dialogue that goes on. It's important that the mindset of the educator is I am a human developer. I'm not just caring for kids. I am actually a human developer, and all of my interactions matter. So feeding, diapering, all of those things, the routines, have to be viewed through the lens of how am I building connection? How am I listening and observing the child? All of these moments.
You're so excited to eat. Yum, 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 yum.
Educators are often asked to respond to parents' questions around sleep. There's either concern that the baby isn't sleeping enough, is not a restful baby, or the family themselves is not getting enough sleep. And then sometimes in our childcare programs, we'll hear from parents who are not wanting their child to nap or not nap very long because they feel it's disruptive to their evening routine at home. Can you speak to the importance of sleep and regular sleep patterns?
Sleep is probably the number one parent concern, particularly in the early years. And one of the things in terms of surveys is that parents don't always know how much sleep babies need. And they try and get the babies to fit into the adult schedule rather than the adult schedule morphing to meet the baby's needs. So if we do not get adequate sleep, then the brain doesn't get downtime, which is essential for growth. And so infants need 14, 15, 16 hours of sleep. They need a lot of sleep. It gets a little bit less in toddlerhood, but we need to be creating the routine, the kind of predictability in the environment. I hesitate to say routines because then people think schedule and block kids into certain times. But it's really important again that the early childhood educator become an acute observer of when is this baby, when is this toddler emitting cues that says I'm sleepy and now is a time when I can sleep. So the dialogue with parents is absolutely essential when it comes to sleep. We see kids all the time whose parents are not starting to develop bedtime routines. We see infants up at 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, and that really interferes with development.
Thanks very much, Jean.